Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin has pumped directly towards a new all-time high. My short trades got stopped out, but the long positions are still massively in profit. Let's talk about this because already yesterday we talked about an ascending channel Bitcoin was very nicely respecting. And even yesterday, we got a perfect retest of the top of the channel, some kind of a very small rejection towards downside. To be honest, I was looking for slightly a bigger rejection towards the area of support at approximately 106,000 US dollars, but nevertheless, bulls were simply too strong, the trend was too strong, and we simply continued massively towards the upside. But something that is very surprising, something that is quite weird, I would actually say. Pay attention right now to the volume on the 1 hour time frame. On the rejection towards the downside right here, we have gotten a significant volume spike, which means that a lot of people started selling Bitcoin exactly at this specific area, successfully pushing the price lower. But then suddenly, bulls once again stepped into the market, pushing the price literally straight towards another all-time high with not such an impressive volume increase. But nevertheless, the trend as of right now is still towards the upside. Higher highs and higher lows are still being formed. So what we can right now say, Bitcoin is probably going to continue towards much higher price targets. And in this specific video, I am going to share with you exactly what are going to be my next major price target, paying attention on the weekly time frame, because already half a year ago I shared with you this very impressive box, because only a couple of months ago Bitcoin tapped into the box right here and we have gotten quite a significant rejection towards downside. And later in the video I am even going to show you what bigger players are as of right now doing in the market. But nevertheless, right now what can we see on the weekly time frame? We are right now reaching a very important and quite a significant area of resistance. And probably right now you're wondering, how did I identify this specific zone that starts at approximately 107,000 US dollars and it does expand towards the upside towards 140,000 US dollars? But to be honest, as right now, potentially we can expand the upper price target even more because of all of the Fibonacci channels I have right now been tracking on the logarithmic time frame. So first of all, let's apply the first Fibonacci channel on our chart. And what are you right now going to see? The 0.75 Fibonacci channel level has been historically speaking very nicely respected. And that is simply why the one-to-one channel that I am as of right now also paying attention to for another all-time high, probably it is going to be respected also as well. That is why if we do continue higher, this specific level on Bitcoin is going to come up at approximately 130,000 US dollars. Now, additionally, we can go with another very important channel. In this case, we are going to pay attention towards the golden Fibonacci ratio. And it does look like the golden pocket is going to be even higher at, let's just say, approximately 150, maybe even 160,000 US dollars. And let's go right now also one step even further. Let's go with another Fibonacci channel. And in that case, we can simply pay attention towards the 1.618 Fibonacci channel level that is also coming in at approximately 150, 160,000 US dollars. So it really does look like right now we are entering some very important areas where, of course, I am going to look and pay myself even more with my long positions. And something I posted only a couple of hours ago on Twitter right here, where I actually said that yes, I got stopped out on my Bitcoin short position, but still yes, I think this is not the area to look for new long trades. If we are going to see an opportunity, that being said, a push towards downside, I am going to share with you exactly where we can be looking for another buy. But nevertheless, right now, thank you very much for smashing up the like button, because 1,000 1,000 likes are definitely possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now do share with you exactly what bigger players are doing right now in the market, because Dan Crypto Trades is posting something very interesting, and he's right now saying the hyper liquid whale now sits on a $1 billion position with an average entry of approximately 108,000 dollars. So it really does look like he's at the moment being in a very nice profit, because the current price is right now even higher at approximately 110,000 dollars. But nevertheless, bigger players are right now betting that the price is going to increase in the next couple of days, in the next couple of weeks. But nevertheless, I would not fire into a long position as of right now, because we want the area of support to actually be hit before we are looking for another buy. Can we right now already explode towards 120, 130,000 dollars? Yes, for sure. But usually you want to buy red candles, and usually you want to sell green candles. That is what I also have been doing with my short position. But nevertheless, I made some kind of mistake shorting bearish divergences in a strong uptrend. And talking about bearish divergences, right now something that a lot of people potentially are right now going to be ignoring, simply because they're being super bullish, expecting much higher price targets. And yes, as I said before, potentially because of a very strong uptrend, we can expect higher. Nevertheless, let me do share with you something very interesting happening on the RSI indicator, MACD indicator, and also money flow indicator on a very high term time frame. That being said, looking on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is as of right now clearly forming another higher high, while the RSI, at least at the moment, it is not forming another higher high. We are still forming a lower high. MACD indicator also another lower high. Money flow indicator also another lower high. So that pretty much means if we start curving towards downside in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of days, on all of those indicators, while Bitcoin continues pushing higher, this is then going to be a confirmed bearish divergence, which of course, a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame is quite a significant bearish Bitcoin indication. Now, let me do share with you an example of the bearish divergence taking place back in 2021. Bitcoin clearly made another higher high right here, while the RSI indicator made another lower high, while the MACD indicator also made another lower high, while the money flow indicator also made another lower high. Again, people are being extremely bullish exactly at the highs. They're also being extremely greedy. But what I have been telling to you for the past couple of days, those specific areas we are paying ourselves with the long positions that I opened at approximately 76,600 dollars. And yes, I would still like to open another long position, but only at the area of support with proper risk management. We need to know exactly where we are placing our stop loss, where is going to be our next take profit area, and of course also what is going to be our position size. Nevertheless, right now Bitcoin is pushing higher, and what is going to be the first support level I would be paying attention to in a case we are actually going to see a rejection towards downside? We can simply talk about the daily high term time frame area of support I already mentioned yesterday. Later in the video, I'm even going to go through the liquidations, because as of right now are looking very interesting. But nevertheless, the first support level I would right now pay attention to on Bitcoin, where I would potentially be interested also firing another long position, is going to be at approximately, once again, 106,000 dollars, aligning very nicely with the golden Fibonacci ratio. Only at this level I would be looking for a buy. Would I buy right now? No, because yes, we can still go higher, but nevertheless, we are buying literally another all-time high. That is why if you want to trade with us and take an advantage of the free 8,000 dollar free bonus without KYC and without VPN, click the second link down below in the description, because BTC exchange is as of right now only for today offering to you a 20% deposit bonus, and also when you're going to open your first trade, you're going to get another up to 500 USDT in bonuses. But additionally, we are hosting a 2000 USDT trading competition. But the thing is, this specific campaign is valid only by the end of the day. So take advantage of the very nice deposit bonuses with the second link down below, no KYC and no VPN. But right now, let's also talk about a major liquidation cluster that can right now be seen on the 3-day time frame. But actually, no, let's zoom in on the 48-hour first, because here you're going to notice that some bigger liquidations are already coming in below the recent lows that I just mentioned, because they are going to be almost exactly at the golden Fibonacci ratio and the daily area of support. They are landing at approximately 105.6.8 thousand US dollars, where millions of long positions are going to get liquidated. That is why usually I like to say to you, we are buying low, we are buying red candles and selling green candles. As of right now, clearly we can see we are getting many green candles in a row. We need to wait for some kind of a red candle. We need for the market to commit to us before we commit to the market. Now, additionally, if we are zooming out a little bit on the 3-day time frame, maybe you're going to be even more surprised. Bigger liquidations are not only below the recent lows that I just mentioned, but also slightly lower at approximately 104,000 US dollars, where approximately 100 million of long positions are going to get liquidated and completely wrecked. So at those specific levels, if they are going to be reached in the next couple of days, in the next couple of hours, I am interested firing another long position or simply adding something to my already existing long position, not only on Bitcoin, also on Ethereum, and also on XRP. But the reality right now also is, if you pay attention to what altcoins have been doing for the past couple of hours, for the past couple of days, they are really not moving almost anywhere. XRP is stuck below the weekly high-term time frame area of resistance. Probably if Bitcoin does continue higher, XRP is also going to expand even higher. And as of right now, the next area of resistance we can be aware of is going to be the daily level at approximately 2.58 US dollars. Now, in terms of Ethereum, it does look like we are at the moment hitting the daily high-term time frame area of resistance already. We got a perfect retest of the diagonal level, but nevertheless, ultimately speaking, on the daily time frame, we are clearly breaking a major diagonal level already towards the upside. So ideally, I would also like to see higher targets on Ethereum, with the weekly level coming in at 2,820 US dollars. Now, of course, we are moving in a significant uptrend on both of those assets, on the 4-hourly, on the 2-hourly, on the daily, on the 1-hourly time frame. We are moving in uptrend, not only on Ethereum, also on XRP, because we are ideally going to see a cross in the next couple of hours. But also, of course, Bitcoin is as of right now still moving in a significant uptrend. So that pretty much means, yes, bearish divergences on the RSI indicator on the weekly time frame are something concerning. However, they are not being confirmed as of right now. We need to respect the trend, and that is simply why in an uptrend it is better to simply buy the area of support and to sell approximately, of course, at our major price targets at approximately 120, 130, maybe even higher at approximately 150,000 US dollars on the Bitcoin chart itself. And that is why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus, no KYC, no VPN, with the second link down below, because only for today you're still getting some additional bonuses. But nevertheless, also thank you for smashing up the like button.